Oh, hello everybody. What I'm about to do is, this is an old YouTube trend, and if you think it's old and wondering why I'm doing it, you don't have to watch the video, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I thought it was something fun to do now. Most people would call it something like you're ghetto if, but I'm just gonna say you're an ignorant mess if, because I don't think you have to be from the ghetto or the hood or whatever to have some bad behavior.
Thank you, I agree.
Okay, you don't want to be on camera, right?
No, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so anyway, and I should say that all these things are things that people have actually, that I know, have actually done. And some of them are pretty bad, so. You might be an ignorant mess if you use the end of a postcard to floss your teeth because you have no dental floss. You might be an ignorant mess if you use a fork as a back scratcher. Just go in the drawer and take a fork out and use it as a back scratcher. That's a utensil, so why are you using it? Never mind. You might be an ignorant mess if you invite some of your cousins to someone else's wedding and one of said cousin's children runs down the aisle while the bride is coming down. You may also be an ignorant mess if you don't have enough food at your wedding reception. Now, the food ended up going because those cousins that weren't really supposed to be the
ex-boyfriends of the bride.
Yeah, and that's ignorant too, for ex-boyfriends of the bride to show up at the wedding. But anyway, there wasn't enough food, but it really was, it made it worse that there were people just showing up out of nowhere. That was ignorant. You might be an ignorant mess if you are leaning out the car window waving at somebody and you lose your wig in the middle of the four-way.
True story.
Yeah, all of these are very true, absolutely true. You might be an ignorant mess if you have no wallet and you carry all your money in an old Haagen-Dazs container. Why? Wallets don't cost that, but never mind that. Some things just don't make sense. You might be an ignorant mess if you use the bathroom with the door open while you have guests in your house. You are also an ignorant mess if you talk on the phone while you are using the bathroom and the person you are talking to on the phone can hear toilet noises, and that somebody actually did that while I was on the phone with them. You are also an ignorant mess if you eat while you are talking on the telephone and your piece of chicken falls and hits the receiver.
And you are an ignorant mess when you're driving and eating barbecue chicken and licking your fingers and putting your hands back on the steering wheel, and your 5-year-old granddaughter is so embarrassed she comes home and tells her mother.
Oh, that was so detailed. Okay. So next up, okay. Ooh, now this is a really good one. Well, it's bad, but it's good for this video. You are an ignorant mess if you go into the supermarket and order the fried chicken out of the deli, and then you mess around in the store rolling your cart like you're shopping, all the while you're picking off the chicken and eating it, and you have no intention of paying for it. That's not only ignorant mess, that's thieving mess. You are an ignorant mess if you are constantly going to food banks and food pantries, yet when you're at the food pantry or the food bank, you're bragging about how you go to Las Vegas and all these different places. You are an ignorant mess if you ask and have no problem asking people for their leftover prescription drugs. You are also an ignorant, and may I add, a drug-addled mess if you go around to a bunch of different pharmacies trying to get more prescription painkillers than you are prescribed. You are also an ignorant mess. If you take an empty protein powder container, fill it up with flour, then take it back to Costco and return it for a refund. Yeah, somebody I know did that, and that was just plain thievery. But some people con and have no qualms about doing it.
And you might be an ignorant mess when you go to food banks. You don't really need the food. A lot of it ends up being spoiled, or you sell it to make money. That's just wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong. What else was I going to go in on here? What else? Did you have anything?
I'm thinking.
Oh, wait, I got this one. You are an ignorant mess if you call your baby mamas your ex-wives, even if you were never actually legally married to them. And if you're not in South Carolina, and there's no such thing as a common law marriage. I think there's some other states that recognize common law, but South Carolina is the one I know for sure. That's just ignorant, and don't do that. And there may be some people who don't mind that, but this one over here didn't like it. That's my mother over there, and she didn't like it. Oops, I wasn't supposed to be mentioning who these things were about, but...
Oh, well.
Okay.
And you might be an ignorant mess when you try to get back with your baby's mama after years of mistreating her by telling her, I got Viagra.
Okay. Okay, here's another one. You might be an ignorant mess if you walk around with a receding hairline in the shape of a horseshoe, and you're mixing together different, I don't know, hair moisturizers, whatever, and rubbing it on your head, thinking it's going to make your hair grow back. Yeah, that doesn't work, and you're just going to have to shave it off. What else? I may have to do another video because there's a lot of stuff that people do.
And you might be an ignorant mess when you go into a commissary, pick up a bunch of soda, put a bunch of soda in your basket, and leave the store without paying.
And that's thieving mess too. That's thieving mess too when you do that. Something that most people already have said is, you know, the plastic seat cover thing on your couch, the plastic flip cover thing. That's, everybody probably talks about that, and that's just ignorant. Don't do that. It looks bad. Get some, fabric seat covers.
Or why have covers at all? Furniture was made to sit on and show off.
That's right. But some of those people, they probably have people come on their house and eat on the couch, and they don't want stains.
Well, just tell them we have a dining room table. Use it.
Okay. Let me think if I have any. Okay, and this is the last one I'm going to do. When you are driving your car and you have the air conditioning on high, and you have guests in your car and you burp repeatedly, and the smell of sausage just fills the car.
Go, ooh, sausage. Yes, we know it. We smell it.
That's wrong. If you're gonna burp, you can at least say excuse me. I mean, you can't always hold it, but at least say excuse me.
And don't
when you
say,
do that.
Ooh, sausage.
that didn't happen. Did she really? Oh my God! I didn't realize you said that. Oh God,
Yeah,
that makes it
did.
even worse. I thought you were just being funny.
No.
And definitely don't talk about it. And I need to get off here with all this. I'll do another video if I think anymore. But if you like this video, like it and subscribe to my channel so I know you want to see more content like this. Thank you.